Welcome back. When last we left, we had just sent Lazelle the secret item, the iron flask from the caravan strongbox that the Zentarium were taking with them, and now is time to get that party started. So we're going to head to the Goblin Courtyard where we can see, if we outline, all of the enemies have turned against us. They know what we've done. So we're going to grab the iron flask and opt to throw it. And we're just going to throw it right here in the middle of the courtyard. That's going to unleash a spectator and start a rousing fight with pretty much everyone that's left here. And then we're going to go ahead and shoot it, or any goblin. It doesn't really matter who we shoot. We just want to be in the fight. And this is pretty chaotic. Now, we've got another attack if we want to use it. It doesn't matter whether we kill an opponent or whether the spectator kills it. We get credit. We are in the combat. Oh, we have not bound our weapon. That's a problem for right now because we're in the middle of a fight. So we'll pop out to camp and grab the returning pike and send that to Lazelle. That's my mistake. Probably should have done that. So if you're watching this video, you should use the bound weapon function. It's not usable in combat. So we'll just use the returning pike and see if we can't hit this guy.
Taking position.
And if we want to, we can get the rest of the party in on this fight, but it's not going to speed things up really dramatically. Most of the goblin forces are kind of too far away for Gale to fireball or anything. Some of the goblins may decide to try to close on us, so they might come up the side. A lot of them are going to focus on the spectator till it's downed. I quite like these crazy massive combats to kind of watch everything that's going on. And we'd like to hit the spectator, but it's decided to go on the far side of the camp this time around. It's really random what it'll decide to do. So for now, we're just going to crouch and wait. There are little tunnels that are throughout here that the goblins can use to climb up and down and around. And they may decide to do that. And we'll just end our turn until we've got a better target. And we can see a camp full of goblins may actually be able to take this thing. But if they are all clustered around it when it kicks off that Paranoid Dreams power, it is going to be a bad day for goblins. And there we go.
My path be true.
We'll get some more of the bad guys into combat here. And this is because they rolled a natural, so we'll just use one of the portent dies to force a reroll. And you can see that they can't see us. We're just going to hide and back away
On the move.
and see if we can't get the beholder to respond. Same thing, we're just going to duck. Since they've got a valid target in the form of the beholder, they're going to go chase after it. Yeah, they'll do some crazy running around. And I hope you can see that if we were fighting the whole camp at one time, this could be a little more complicated. Unleashing the beholder saves a lot of time. It does a ton of damage, and it does it in big areas, and it's just carving through all these guys. There we go. And now it's made itself a target for us. And we've got an opportunity here to choose how we want the combat to go. So do we want to try to put the pain on the beholder while we've got it, or do we want to try to finish off the goblins? And my vote here is that it's done its thing. We're down to a very few opponents, so we're just going to go ahead and lob a pike.
No time to waste.
And that's the end of that guy. We've got a secondary shot, but no good targets, it looks like. So we'll just go ahead and end our turn. And he's trying to run the long way back up this ladder. At this point, we can get the main character involved if we would like.
These boots have seen everything.
So we could shoot some of these guys or take on the warg, which will automatically disappear once the summoner is gone. Or come over here and take a shot at the booyag, which is, I think, what we're going to do.
Victory is assured.
And we'll leave Gale hiding. The bugbears are going to make the slow way towards us.
No time to waste.
And we'll take a look down here. We've got a guy here. And it looks like everybody else is sort of out of our range of sight. There we go. So we've got another dude down over here. Let's see who we can hit. Path is interrupted. See if we can hit the booyag. We've got a shot. We'll take that. And we might be able to reposition a little bit to see if we can hit the other guy. But I think this tree is the thing that's causing the problems for us. Yeah, our path is interrupted by something over here. And these guys are too far away, so we'll just take a shot at the warg, even though it doesn't really do much for us. And we'll use our offhand attack, switch back to our main weapon, and end our turn. And they're shooting at Alfira. We'll go ahead and just make a miss. And we'll have her back off. This is the only fight we're going to be getting in today, so we can really use a lot of resources on this if we would like.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
And we'll back her up.
On with the weave.
We've got this guy. He's got a fair few hit points. We'll see if Lizelle can deal enough damage to him to take him out. We'll load up our returning pike.
In my best interest.
And that's it for the Goblin Courtyard. There are a couple goblins that we might want to loot. And we still need to deal with the brother and sister that we met originally. They'll have retreated over here. And then sometimes there'll be a hobgoblin over here. And if I remember right, yeah, like for whatever reason, the pathing is a little interesting. So we'll want to click to come over to this point right here and then jump down. If not, we'll actually go all the way around the campsite. While we're up here, we can grab this explosive barrel. And if we were interested in going back inside, there's a cracked wall that we can open up and go back inside and explore more of the fort, though we don't really have a lot of reason to do so. Right. So this guy, for whatever reason, did not start fighting the beholder.
Cutting to the chase.
It looks like we've got exceeded our weight limit here with the fire wine barrel, so we'll send that to camp. And I'm not seeing the brother and sister. Usually they would be around here. Oh, looks like they got killed by the
I'm done.
spectator. So that's it for out here. The goblin camp is cleared. So we'll just go ahead and use the waypoint. And what we'd be interested in finding is Crusher's Ring, and we'll also be interested in seeing what the trader's got sitting around. So Crusher has a ring that increases your movement. Not too bad. We'll see what the trader's got. We'll get our haste helm back, some hide armor +2, and a couple of scrolls. And we could loot the rest of these guys. There is some stuff, again, mostly money, and we don't really need money particularly that much. So that's it for defeating the goblin army. Now we'll head back to the Emerald Grove and see what Zevlor has to say. Now, I should probably mention, because we went outside after slaying the goblin leaders, Halsin has already escaped. He's already gone. So we can go ahead and go back to the Grove and we'll find him there. So we'll jump to camp to pick up Shadowheart. If we wanted to, we could grab Karlak instead of Lazelle, which I think she's going to appreciate the fact that we slayed the goblins more.
Last night. This beautiful entity came to me, promised to protect me, told me the parasite in our heads could give us power.
So we will say number one.
Sounds like it. What did you make of it?
They're all kind of trying to sound us out to see what our opinion is. We're definitely going to say, no, it was not good.
Damn right. Things like a splinter. We just need to find a way to squeeze it out.
And we'll say
Looks
we're
like
heading
your
out.
troops all trooped up. You'll need to send someone packing if you want me to join.
And we'll choose that to be Lazelle.
Let's hop.
And this is essentially the good guy sort of version of the party. These are the nice people. And we'll head to the Emerald Grove. So again, the goblin leaders, very easy to just use the terrain that's been provided. The goblin camp, super fun to use the iron flask from the chest. And here we are, we're going to set up a party with the tieflings who have all been saved. So as we come running in, we should run into Zevlor.
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. And I hear you are the one to thank. I'm grateful. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it.
Yeah, we don't need it. They can just keep it.
Very good of you. Thank you.
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
And we'll see you there. And we've completed Defeat the Goblins. Now let's go talk to Halsin. And if we want to, we can chat with the druids as well, so we could trade with Aaron here if we wanted to and see what he's got. Or stop in and visit Maul again. The Strange Ox we'll see again in Act 2. and we'll just kind of butt into this conversation.
You took it upon yourself to undertake the Rite of Thorns. I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
An error most grave, master. I beg your grace.
Grace is bestowed by nature, not me. You will stay as a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the druids, the natural order of things. It is up to you to prove the lessons have been learned once more.
So as you say. And so it is done, master.
So we can say whatever we want. I'm just going to say that you're going to have your hands full.
She shows great insolence. But time will humble her. And the Grove still needs her. You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks. The Grove stands. Nature prevails. I owe you my thanks. And an introduction. I am Halsin, first druid of the Emerald Grove. And I sense you have a problem you seek my help with.
Yep, and we'll just be honest and say we've got a mind flayer in our head.
It's true. I can feel it right now. Oh, Oak Father preserve you, child. But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute like the true souls do. How is this possible?
We'll say maybe it was interrupted.
Perhaps. But I wouldn't want to place all my faith in blind luck. Someone is using very powerful magic to modify these tadpoles. They're using them to exert control over the infected. I'm sorry to say, I can't undo that magic. I can't cure you. But that doesn't mean I can't help. At the Goblin camp, I hoped to find a way to remove the tadpoles. I failed, but I did find the next best thing. I found out where they come from. I will do what I can to help you. Let us speak tomorrow. You and I both have matters to see to first. As for what you've done for the Grove, speak to Wrath. He will see to your reward.
And we'll ask what happens next.
The journey to Moonrise Towers, and all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest, celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
All right, so that's that, and we'll head in and get our reward from Wrath. This is something that we could have gotten earlier if we wanted to. We can just steal the stuff from Wrath and open it up. He's over here.
I have something to ask.
You done it. You brought Halsin back. Thank you. No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanas bless you for all your days. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task.
We'll say we think nothing of it.
As am I. The Grove will be whole again. Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
Well, they're certainly generous. So we'll run past Nettie. We never talked to her. But we could have. and maybe you did. So it's a small amount of experience. The pedestal that's missing a rune is this one. And we'll just click to latest. And then we click the runes.
Here we go.
And that'll activate the secret passage. And then down here, eventually the stairs will show up, and we can walk down and just grab everything down here if we want. We've got some potions and poisons, some scrolls, sorrow, which is a good weapon for some groups, probably not going to see a lot of use for ours. This robe, which doesn't do anything for us, and that's it. So we have finished up with the Emerald Grove, and we'll head to the party at our camp, and we'll do that in the next video. I will see you there.